Morning. Hope you can hear me all right. I haven't reached the gardens yet. I'm just walking down the road to the gardens. I thought I'd jump in there quick because I'm a bit on the drag. So, well, actually the bus is on the drag and I was just a passenger. So there we go. Morning. It definitely feels more shaky on this terrain. I'm going to get the gimbal out because I've reached the point where my videos are going to suffer with jumping quality. This is very jumpy actually. I don't know what's going on here. And it's going to end up making people feel seasick. So I'm just going to get the gimbal out, swallow me what's it, as it were, and go from there. So, morning. It's amazing how many people will say morning if you put them in a little corner. Quite funny really. I feel obliged. I hope you're all well. Anyway, I'm going to get off this road. This is terrible. I'm going to keep it because I'm going to try it. I'm going to do a comparison with the gimbal hopefully tomorrow when I go for a walk, because I'm not at work tomorrow, so hopefully that will make all the difference, because this is terrible. So yeah, so much better when I stop. The old cars are revving up to go, but they don't realise they're not next. I was looking for some stuff to talk about today, and I come up with nothing, so I'm just going to wing it, as you do. Okay, why did you run across the road? Bloke just run past me across the road. It's like, well, the lights are green, mate. I think you're obliged to walk because nothing should run you down. But there you go. Right, let's get off these cobbled. The old streets here are so wobbly, you can actually feel the shaking going through the camera. So God knows what it's doing to my legs. So yeah, hopefully you can still hear me. If you can't, then this will all be meaningless. You might be able to hear it anyway. So we shall see. I started off the video a bit earlier today because it's starting to rain. We've got a spitty rain in the air, so I want to try and avoid that, which is why I'm preempting the garden. But yeah, so that was the thing I was going to talk about actually. I saw two people cycling uphill the other day, and they were obviously using electric bikes because they were going uphill faster than a lot of people go downhill. And I thought to myself, is that cheating? You can tell us something good, I will say hello. Is that cheating? Because it's like you had the original idea, the concept of a bicycle. You had the penny farthing, which was, I'm not sure why that was even invented, to be honest, because you'd temporarily break your neck if you fell off it wrong. So yeah, so the bicycle, basically you've got one cog that takes a chain to the back cog, you pedal and it moves forward. But now it's all kind of like, I think it's a laziness in some ways. I mean, would I try one? Yeah. Would I get one? No, because I see no use for it personally. Well, I mean, I hardly ever use a regular bike anyway, so actually I'm going to try and do it like this. I was watching one of the best channels on YouTube, I think, one of the most inclusive channels probably, Bald and Bankrupt. Now, I like the bloke, A, because he's bald and got a beard, which I think is the future, obviously, but also the fact that he's gone to these places where you would not go. I think the last one I'm watching is him in the Ukraine, and he's speaking the Russian language and stuff. He's integrating with everything, but it's fascinating. It's one of those things that I watched this morning. It's one of those things I watched this morning. I watched 2 episodes, 1.5 episodes, and it's one of those things I've been watching for a while, but you forget it's there. So a shout out to Bald and Bankrupt, even though he's got over 1 million views, million subscribers. To me, shouting him out is like me taking a piss in the ocean. I mean, it's not really going to make any difference, but it's one to check out. I'm going to swap hands now because I'm old and my arms get tired, which is why I need my gimbal. I need my gimbal. This is a better. This totally hides my chins. I love it, and I'm trying to get more used to the fact that I'm doing this. It's like, it's one of those sort of things where you feel like you shouldn't be, and it's like, well, I'm not. You know, I'm not molesting a chicken or something, so why the fuck would I not feel like I could do this? So yeah, so I'm gonna stand up for myself. There you go, tip of the day: stand up for your bloody selves. Because no other bugger will unless you ask them nicely. So, yes, that's one to check out. He's in the Ukraine at the moment, and literally he got there and there was an air siren warning, and just down the road from where he was, it was starting to bomb. They have to go to the air shelters underground. Fascinating stuff, fascinating. So basically my choice of what I was going to talk about on my channel is half of it's going to be talking about somebody else's bloody channel. So that's the sort of limbo I've got myself in for as far as creativity is concerned, I think. But yeah, bicycles. Don't get it. I don't get the whole electric bike thing. Well, I get it, but I don't. I'll say maybe it's personal choice, but I can't see myself getting one. A, because as soon as I plug it in, I'll be watching the meter go round and round and round. And secondly, I'd rather put myself through it. It'd be like me going, look at that crossover, that was seamless. It'd be like me going to work, going down to the bus station on a skateboard. I'm literally using very few calories and I would turn it into a blob. So, you know, the walks I do are pretty good. I get 8,000 steps in before I even start work, which is probably why I'm so bloody tired when I get out. But it means a lot because it's the only point where I can actually exercise. You know, if I get home, I sit on the sofa, that's it. You know, I should be doing some exercises. Guy come into the shop the other day and he was saying about, it was quite nice because I said, oh, you're off the gym. I said, yeah, I miss going to the gym. He goes, oh, don't you still go? I thought, that's right, check the gun show out, mate. But exercise is good for the mind. It's very good for the mind. You get your old dolphins and endorphins sorted out. So your dolphins start swimming around and you get that natural buzz. You can't call it you know what, I think it's natural buzz, I think you call it. But that is, you know, what people need, I think. But yeah, so yeah. That's not my stomach. But yeah, so, but oh, what was I talking about? Exercise, yeah, exercise is good. I mean, my main exercise is probably walking. No, I'll take that back. My main exercise is walking. This is what I do. You know, I don't do sit-ups. Maybe I should. I should do a little bit more as far as the weight's concerned. Because I used to go to the gym 3 times a week and I loved it. But then it was cheaper then. So, oh my God, you get to see both sides of my face. Which sounds a little bit like some sort of two-facedness, but it's not. You know what I'm getting at. So yeah, so another tip of the day, exercise. Get out there and have a walk. Get out there, do a couple of miles walk. You won't even notice you've done it. Of course, if you can't walk, then you know, have to, something else. But I'm just saying for people who can walk, do that. But yeah, so get out there, do some stuff, get a bit of fresh air while you still can. I mean, it's getting colder, even though it's 20 degrees today. So yeah, so 2 tips of the day, exercise and the other one, which I've forgotten. One thing about my videos, if I have to, sometimes I have to go back to the video to remember what I've actually talked about, because it can get so random I forget. And when I'm doing the thumbnail, it's either going to be something that's part of the video or it's just generic shit. But there you go. So I'm going to leave it there. because I've dribbled on. Tomorrow I'm going to actually come up with some stuff to talk about. It's quite funny really, I was thinking yesterday, before I go, it's amazing how much stuff I would probably talk about if I didn't think it would affect my life, if that makes any sense. You know, you get these top comedians now spout out a whole bunch of shit, but that's because they're getting paid to do it. So you can say kind of like within reason what you want to. Me on the other hand, I can't. I'd like to, but that would be under a black, yeah, I suppose I could do it, but it'd have to be sort of anonymous, not with my face on it, which again, some people would welcome. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I've got to carry on with my walk, and I sound like I've been running. And it's a warm morning, and I've got a big coat on because I thought it was going to be cold. So I'm going to sweat before I even start. Anyway, I hope you're loving the new angle. I'm going to try and remember to do this because honestly, chin-chinny is not the way to go. So I shall catch you next time. Have a good day and exercise and do the other thing I said, which I can't remember, but it was fantastic advice. It's so good I've forgotten it. It was so good. Anyway, take care of yourselves. See you later. Bye.